The law offices of Spar Bernstein with two locations in New York, 2901 White Plains Road in the Bronx and 225 Broadway in Manhattan. Call now to make appointments at
1-800-LAWLINK.
1-800-LAWLINK, folks. Let's go to the phone lines. Hello, caller. How you doing?
How you doing, brother?
I'm all right. What's your question for Mr. Bernstein, the top immigration attorney?
Actually, questions are from is a friend of mine. He's married to his wife to get his green card. His wife applied for him already, but it seems like he got somebody else pregnant. So he's wondering if he signed the birth certificate, would that affect his immigration stuff?
Affects his immigration in this sense that if it's determined that he had a child out of wedlock, listen, that happens a lot, but that will certainly make the immigration officer question the validity of his current marriage. Is it really that he just married this lady for a green card and his real relationship is with the woman whom he had the child with, or is it that he's in the real relationship with the woman he married? The woman he had a child with was a one night stray or a little quick fling, and that his current wife is aware of the situation and has forgiven him. I mean, those are real big issues that would have to be determined at the interview, and depending on how they come off and whether the immigration officer believes the fact that this is a real marriage or not, it really goes down to the heart of the reason why you're going for an interview, which is, am I in a real marriage?
No, he went for his interview already.
Okay.
Yeah, the case is just pending for his background check, but he went for his interview already since last year.
Okay. Again, it still goes down to he's going to have to go back to remove the conditions of his permanent residence. He's going to have to file a citizenship, and these issues would still even come up down the road when he goes back to immigration down the road. And they still have the right to go back and question and look at the validity of the reason why he may have gotten the green card, and maybe he didn't get the green card in a valid marriage. I've seen situations where people came to me with a citizenship denial. I never handled the case, but they got married to somebody and had children prior to or during the marriage that they never mentioned on their immigration papers, and now all of a sudden when they file their citizenship, they've declared the children as dependents on the tax returns. They put the names down of the children on the citizenship application, and all of a sudden they go to the citizenship interview and the officer says, wait a second. Wait just 1 second. How come when we saw you 5 years ago or 3 years ago with your green card, there were no children listed? And now all of a sudden there are 4 children, 2 of which you had during a marriage with somebody else. Maybe that marriage that you entered into was never bona fide from the beginning. And then they start questioning the whole thing. All right? So you have to be very careful. If you stray out of your marriage, you better be able to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that your marriage that you entered into, that you got your green card, was a real marriage, and this was strictly straying. Okay?
Oh, okay. All right.
All right, sir?
All right.
All right, Dads, listen, remember, if anyone needs help, including yourself or your friends, remember, they need to call Spar Bernstein right now and set up an appointment. You hear, sir?
All right, thanks.
All right, no problem. Once again, folks, the number here to speak with Brad Bernstein, attorney at law, immigration attorney at law, is 718-324-5465. That is 718-324-LINK. Call Brad Bernstein right now. Get your immigration questions answered. If you're out of status, you need to be speaking with this man. Call the airwaves, 718-324-5465. Hello, sir. Hello.
Hello?
Hi, ma'am. How you doing?
Hi. I would like to ask an immigration question.
Turn your radio off. Turn your radio
Okay.
off first.
It's off.
All right, thank you. 718-324-LINK is the number. Go ahead, ask your question.
Yes, I had originally filed for my husband, and he was supposed to get his green card, and then he failed the medical, and they said that he would not be eligible to January 09. Is there anything that I need to do or something that he could do to make sure that he will get through next time?
Drugs in the system?
Marijuana.
Marijuana. Where is he? Back in Jamaica?
Yes.
Okay. What I would do, okay, because what the law says is you are barred from getting your green card if you're a drug abuser, and if there was drugs in his system, the U.S. Embassy says he's a drug abuser. If you want to be certain that he's going to get through when he can go back in 2009, I would do two things. Number one, make sure when he goes back for his medical in 2009, his blood and his urine samples are going to be clean. And number two, the other thing that I would do to eliminate any shadow of a doubt, whether or not...
Is to see Brother Roy. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Is to see what?
Brother Roy.
Who's
go ahead.
Who's Brother Roy?
Just go on. Man.
Okay. Sean's late. Everyone knows but me. Is to maybe have him go through a drug rehabilitation program.
Like I said.
Whether or not he really has a drug problem or not, but if you go through a drug rehabilitation program and you bring a certificate saying, I went through this drug rehabilitation program, therefore I'm no longer an abuser of drugs, I haven't done any drugs, and look, my urine and my blood are clean, that would be a no-brainer. They will give him the green card.
212 ton white.
When should I start to refile? Because he's eligible as of January 09.
I would refile in January of 08.
January 08?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
But on a serious note, seriously, tell him to clean up that system. Get detox.
Actually, you know what?
Right?
I would even file now. It doesn't hurt. You could always hold the packet 3 up a little bit.
Oh, okay.
The biographic data forms a little bit.
Right.
Okay, so
Okay.
I would file, get the petition approved, and then if it gets approved in 6-9 months and you get the biographic data forms, you hold them for a few months.
Right.
Okay.
All right, so you time it so he can get that appointment in January.
All right.
All right?
Okay.
And there's a lot of holistic medicines out there to clean out the system. All right.
Prune juice.
We're gonna
He
introduce
tried
Brad to
that. It
someone.
didn't work.
No, but I'll
prune
tell you
juice
what,
works.
He definitely didn't do the right thing. All right.
Right.
Yes.
All right. No problem. Take care.
Bye-bye.
By the way, talking about Sean's an expert at that.
Yeah, we know.
All right, because I know that Linkup's been drug testing him weekly now.
No, we drug test everyone now, man.
No, but he's being drug
He's
tested
serious.
weekly. He's on double secret probation, right?
Yep. Big time. We have to drug test everybody now, man, because we got serious plans. Hello, Linkup.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir. You got a question for the top immigration attorney where everybody right now is setting up their appointments by calling 1-800-LAW-LINK?
Sean is giving me every figure in the book right now.
All right.
Even figures I didn't even know he had.
Man's asking you a question.
Yes.
Though. Go ahead. What's your question, sir?
Yes, Brad.
Yeah.
I applied for my citizenship like 3 months ago. I haven't heard anything yet. I got my fingerprint done and all of that.
All right, just got to wait it out. It takes about 6 months.
Okay.
All right,
Another question. I applied for my wife and daughter.
Okay. If you don't hear in 6 months, then you give me a call. Do you know, by the way, there is a law, little used, but certainly it can be done. I was talking about it with my attorneys. You know, if you have a clean record, okay, and it's been more than 4 months and since you filed your citizenship, and I would only do this for someone who has a clean record who can't get deported, obviously. Okay, but if you have a clean record, you file for your citizenship, it's been more than 4 months and they haven't scheduled you for an interview, you can sue the government right there on the spot, take the case away from the Immigration Service, bring it right into federal court to do it.
My record is clean, but I'm just the witness.
Right, but I mean, that's an extreme measure of somebody who wants to spend a lot of...
You don't want to go on that blacklist,
who
right?
wants to spend a lot of money
Right.
to get it done fast. But I mean, if 6, 8, 9 months goes by and they still haven't scheduled it for you, then certainly that's something to think about.
What if the man decides to work for the CIA later on and say, you sue the government? You know?
Right.
You know, so, hey, brethren, just
Right.
well, I look a wait on...
Right.
you
There's
know,
just
straight
only
up.
one person you never want to sue.
The government.
The FBI. Never sue the FBI.